Good morning, students. Dear students, let's continue with the line by line reading of chapter 4, that is The Rat Trap by Selma Lagerlöf. The story The Rat Trap is set amidst the mines of Sweden, which is rich in iron ore. The story is told somewhat in the manner of a fairy tale. The author wants to convey that man is basically good, but sometimes adverse circumstances make him hard and even a criminal. But goodness, even in a criminal, can be awakened through understanding and love. In the story, the peddler, forced by adverse circumstances, commits a theft. He steals the money from the pouch of the crofter and runs away. He happens to meet a young girl, the daughter of an ironmaster. She is able to transform the thief into a noble and honest human being by her good treatment of him. Let's continue. Once upon a time, there was a man who went around selling rat traps of wire. Rat trap means a trap which is used to catch rats. Who used to sell rat traps? He made them himself at odd moments from the material he got by begging in the store or at the big farm. Odd moments means whenever he got time during the day, he used to make those rat traps by begging in the store or at the big farm. Even so, the business was not especially profitable. Especially means particularly. After begging also, the business of selling rat traps was not profitable. So he had to resort to both begging and petty thievery to keep body and soul together. Resort to means adopt, sahara lena. So he had to adopt begging and petty thievery also. Petty means trivial, insignificant. Thievery means stealing. To make both ends meet, to keep body and soul together means gujara karna. Even so, his clothes were in rags, his cheeks were sunken, and hunger gleamed in his eyes. His clothes were torn, his cheeks were sunken, and hunger was shining in his eyes. No one can imagine how sad and monotonous life can appear to such a vagabond who plods along the road left to his own meditation. Vagabond means a person who has no home, who wanders along the road. Monotonous means dull and boring. Plods means walks unsteadily, walks tiredly. Left to his own meditation means left in his deep thinking. His life was very dull and boring, and he walks along the road tiredly. He is lost in his thoughts. But one day this man had fallen into a line of thought which really seemed to him entertaining. But one day a particular thought came into his mind again and again, and the thought appeared pleasing to him. He had naturally been thinking of his rat traps when suddenly he was struck by the idea that the whole world about him, the whole world with its lands and seas, its cities and villages, was nothing but a big rat trap. It was natural that he was thinking about his rats. Just then, he was attracted by an idea. Struck by the idea means attracted by an idea that the whole world, whether it were the lands or seas, whether it were the cities or villages, was nothing but a big rat trap. Rat trap means near. It had never existed for any other purpose than to set bait for people. Bait means fodder, bait means chara. The only one purpose was there, that was to attract people with the fodder. It offered riches and joy, shelter and food, heat and clothing, exactly as the rat trap offered cheese and pork. As soon as anyone let himself be tempted to touch the bait, it closed in on him, and then everything came to an end. Just as the rat trap offers cheese and pork, pork means flesh of the pig, in the same way, the riches and joy, food and shelter, heat and clothing attract people towards themselves, and when one is tempted, attracted, allured, the snare closes on him, and then everything comes to an end. The world had, of course, never been very kind to him, because he was poor vagabond, so people were not kind to him. So it gave him unwanted joy to think ill of it in this way. Unwanted means unusual, uncommon. So he got uncommon joy thinking ill about people. It became cherished pastime of him. Cherished means happy, and it was his happy pastime. During many dreary ploddings, Dreary means tiresome, plodding means wanderings. When he wandered tidily on the road, it passed his time. To think of people he knew who had left themselves be caught in the dangerous snare, and of others who were still circling around the bed. He thought of people who had been captured in the snare of the world, and then he thought about those people who were circling around the temptation and would be caught very soon. One dark evening, as he was trudging along the road, he caught sight of a little grey cottage by the roadside. Trudging means walking tidily. He was walking tidily on the road. Just then he saw a grey cottage by the roadside. He knocked on the door to ask shelter for the night. He knocked the door of the cottage, nor was he refused. That time he was not refused. Instead of the sour faces which ordinarily met him, the owner, who was an old man without wife or child, was happy to get someone to talk to in his loneliness. Sour faces means unpleasant faces. Usually people became unhappy when he was seen by the people. But the man who was the owner of that grey cottage had no wife or children, so he was lonely. He wanted the company of someone. Immediately he put the porridge pot on the fire and gave him supper. Porridge is a soft meal which is prepared by boiling the grain in water or milk, dalia. Supper means dinner. He gave him dinner with porridge. Then he carved off such a big slice from his tobacco roll. Carved off means cut off. Then he cut off the tobacco roll. It was enough both for the stranger's pipe and his own, for both of them. Finally, he got out an old pack of cards and played mazzolis with his guest until bedtime. Got out means brought out. Then he brought out the pack of cards and they played the game of mazzolis until bedtime. The old man was just as generous with his confidences as with his porridge and tobacco. Generous means liberal, generous means kind, benevolent. Confidences means secrets. The old man also wanted to disclose his secrets before the guest, just as he had given porridge and tobacco. The guest was informed at once that in his days of prosperity, his host had been a crofter at Ramsjo Iron Works and had worked on the land. When the days of prosperity were there, the crofter used to work at Ramsjo Iron Works, and he was a farmer. Now that he was no longer able to do day labor, but now his help doesn't cooperate, he was not able to do hard work. It was his cow which supported him. He had a cow which was only sport for him. This Bossy was extraordinary. Bossy means cow, extraordinary means exceptional, very good. The cow was extraordinary. She could give milk for the creamery every day. The cow could give milk. Creamery means a factory where milk products are prepared, which was sent to the factory, and last month he had received all of 30 kroner in payment. Last month, the farmer had earned 30 kroner. Kroner is Sweden currency. Kroner is the base value of currency. The stranger must have seemed incredulous. Incredulous means unbelieving. The crofter thought that the peddler must not have believed him. For the old man got up and went to the window, took down a leather pouch which hung on a nail in the window frame. Nail means keel. So the crofter got up and he went to the window. He took down a leather pouch from a nail and picked out 3 wrinkled 10 kroner bills. Wrinkled means twisted, wrinkled means creased. He brought out 3 10 kroner bills. These he held up before the eyes of the guest, and he showed these kroner to the peddler, nodding knowingly. Nodding means to move head up and down to express agreement. And he asked him that he was telling the truth.